Hello everyone, this is Caleb with High Ground RC here with an update video on the state of the collection. I know we haven't been able to post any running videos here lately, or really at all for that purpose, but we're gonna try getting that ironed out. It's kind of been a learning curve trying to figure out how to edit this stuff in a way that works. So for right now, you guys have gotten some glorified unboxing videos and build updates, which today is another build update and a little bit of an unboxing video as well. As you can see here, I've got my Red Cat Everest 10, which I actually purchased as my first RC vehicle. It's a very nice crawler. It definitely didn't come with these wheels on it though. I've done some changes to it here in the last 24 hours, and you're going to see a little bit more of this here in the next couple of videos once the rest of the parts come in. But essentially, I've taken the tires that were on my Monster Slash off because these are way too hard to be using as an everyday compound for, driving on multi-terrain surfaces, but mostly for asphalt. These were really slick. They were spinning out a lot, not a lot of grip on asphalt. So I took these off of the Slash. I've got some new tires on the way. You'll see that when they get here. The Slash is actually out of commission. I did get it back up and running to a really good state, and it was running at the best it's ever run. I had some really bad problems starting out with the Proline shocks that were on it. Ended up figuring out that it was the bubble gasket that goes on top of the cap. Like it would be up inside of here if we were looking at the Prolines. And that solved all the problems. I replaced that, and it held oil no problem, which was the 30 weight oil. I did actually order some heavier oils, which came in today. I've got a 70 weight and an 80 weight. I'm going to try kind of experiment with those a little bit, see if that maybe calms down the predictability and the drivability of that car, because it is kind of wild and a little bit mushy and all over the place. Anyway, this video is not about the Slash. We'll get some more updates to the Slash soon, but this is actually an update video on the Everest 10. The Everest is going to be seeing some big changes here, mostly because I have no need for this as a crawler anymore. We'll get to that in just a moment, but this now is going to become a monster truck. I know what you're thinking. It's not designed as a monster truck. It's going to break, probably. But I couldn't resist when I started seeing that it was so easy to put a steering, servo, and all the linkages on the back, because if you look, it's actually got an identical mounting setup on the back of it. It's just the same axle they've used in the front and the back, I would assume, to save costs. Well, all you have to do is change a couple things around with this linkage here, take that part off, put the plate on here, put a servo on it, and then you run it up to the ESC, to the receiver, and you plug it in, you put a Y cable on it with one side in reverse, and then it'll steer just like a real, like a Monster Jam monster truck would, where you turn and then all the wheels turn, to make it have a sharper radius, because as everyone knows, the Everest 10 has a pretty poor turning radius out of the box, especially with these big tires. It's not going to help. So I figured if we're going to be turning it into a monster truck, we might as well do it the right way. I do have some mounts coming that we're going to use to extend these shock mounts up to just about the center point of the wheels, so that we can then mount the shocks vertical, so it'll take some jumps and hits better. I do have some more shocks coming to replace these, because these, to the best of my knowledge, aren't even oil filled. I think they're just spring shocks. I'm not sure. I'm not planning on taking them apart or doing anything with them, so I'll be setting these in the box of old parts and replacing them with a set of eBay 120 millimeter shocks. They're all aluminum, so they'll probably hold up to some decent abuse. This isn't going to be like a mainstay truck or anything like that, but it will be seeing a little bit of abuse. So we're going to do a video soon of the new servo on the back. I actually am going to be replacing this servo. I ordered a set of two 25 kilogram all metal servos, so we've got the same in the front and the rear. The Hexfly servo, which is what this is here if you look, is only 15, and to buy one of these was pretty comparable to buying one regular 25, and seeing as I really need to have them matched, I went ahead and just bought the set, which is pretty decent on Amazon. So we'll have dual steering coming here too, and I am going to be able to plug that other servo into its own channel and control it independently. So if I do want to turn this back into a crawler, I can do that, and I can kind of independently operate each axle on a third channel, which will be pretty cool. But for right now, we're going to stick with the monster truck idea. And I know what you're probably thinking, this is way too slow for a monster truck. Well, we covered those bases. If you take a look here, set the body down for a second. The original ESC is gone. We've replaced it with a Ghoul RC, which runs up to 3S. This is a cheap ESC off of Amazon. This with the brushless motor, which you can probably see right through there, barely. It's 4300 kV. This thing rips. It's so much faster than it was before. It can actually spin the tires now. The only thing I need to figure out is the drag brake setting, how to turn that off or compensate for it, because as soon as you let off the throttle, it likes to do endos and all kinds of weird things. But it is very quick now, which is going to be cool. So with these tires on it, it's going to do a nice job of being a little monster truck. So yeah, this was a really easy upgrade. I think the ESC motor combo is like 40 bucks. It's brushless. It just all clips in. You don't have to worry about soldering it. So you just electrical tape those together once you've got it where you've got it. I am going to be replacing the teeth, or to replacing the gears to lower tooth count on the spur, and probably a bigger one on the pinion to get some more speed out of it once I can figure out the drag brake, because right now it's kind of undrivable. But that's that. So stay tuned on the Everest. We have today a new arrival. We got the FlySky, we can turn it around, BS6 receiver, and I opted to put this in the Slash. So the IA4B, which is in the Slash right now, it's a 4-channel, is going to be taken out, and we're actually going to be putting that in something else. I've got a couple of projects that are in need of receivers, and we're going to stick with FlySky. What is pretty cool about FlySky is actually that you can use, not only can you use FlySky receivers with all kinds of different FlySky transmitters, but you can also use FlySky receivers with Red Cat transmitters and vice versa. So the transmitter that's over there in the Everest actually paired up to my IT4S FlySky transmitter, the touchscreen one that I showed before, paired up with that no problem on a different model, so I can just click Everest when I'm ready to drive the Everest and click Slash when I'm ready to drive the Slash. And so this here, because I've got so many accessories on the Slash, will be going on it because this is 6-channel. I can do a couple more things with it and not have so many wires leading into power tabs. So anyway, that's going to be coming out of the Slash. This is going to be going in its place so that we've got something a bit more high-tech. And like I said, 70 and 80 weight oil. Now, the main presentation of the day. Let's see if I can lift this up without tearing everything up here. Let's try to lift this box. I haven't shut the camera off or set it down. Right there, we got it. We're gonna go ahead and set this on the ground real gently. Whoa, what is this? What? Where did this come from? This is, of course, a Terra Ascender, the Suburban, none other than. Picked this up on a pretty darn good deal on Black Friday. This actually was shipped. I didn't actually go pick this up, so this is actually a real unboxing. I haven't had it out of the box prior to this. So this is the Ascender with the long wheelbase configuration on it right now. You can, of course, change that because it is adjustable. For the deal that I got on this, I'm pretty pleased. I got this directly from Horizon Hobby for, I think, about 40% off. So not bad at all. Let's see if we can take the pins out of it here and give you a little bit of a sneak peek into the internals. This is mainly going to be an unboxing video today, just to kind of show off the new toy. And I do have some extra batteries that will fit this. It can run a 2S right out of the box from what I understand. So I'm going to run 2S on it, and if we need to at any point upgrade the motor, we will. But honestly, it's got a 35 turn motor in it right out of the box, and I have a friend that has one of these. Actually, Daniel from High Ground RC has one of these, and he's pretty pleased with the performance of it. So you look in here, All very shiny, all very nice, all very neat. It is pretty cool that this actually does come with the built-in lighting, so you can see all the way around that it's going to be lit up really nicely. I guess maybe not in the rear. I thought maybe it had taillights, but it looks like just headlights, but that's fine. We can always add some taillights. No big deal. So yeah, this is the Ascender. I don't think this is attached to the box, so we can try to pull it out here. Maybe set it up on top of the countertop. If I can get the bodies lined up, there we go. Let's pick it up here. It is attached to this little piece of cardboard, so we're gonna have to do a little shimmy in here. There we go. All right, so let's get her out of the box. Perfect. Look at that. How cool is that thing? Now these bodies are really high quality. These are some really thick Lexan bodies. Oh, there we go. It just comes unplugged real easy like that. Cool. But they do have the nice, I think, the molded plastic to get a little bit more detail on the grill. So these are the tires that come with it. Not too terribly big, but not too terribly small. I think these are probably, I'm not sure, maybe 2.5. I don't know. I can't really make an accurate estimation right off the top of my head. This is actually, these tires on here are 2.8s on the Everest, which looks like it might be just about a 2.8. So I would say 2.8 inch tire. The wheel leaves a little bit to be desired. It's kind of ugly. Nothing a little chrome spray paint can't fix, and then when an upgrade comes around, you know that I'll be pouring some money into upgrades for this. Looks like we've got plastic shock caps, the plastic shock tower. Everything is plastic in the shocks. Servo looks like it's a pretty good quality. It's got a metal casing on the outside, which is awesome. Plastic servo horn down to metal linkage down here. So some metal, some plastic. Drive shafts are plastic. Kind of surveying it here for the first time. Looks like everything is in pretty, pretty top quality, I would say, just by looking at it here. This must be, I would assume, the receiver box, considering that there's a little tube, it looks like, for an antenna there. So, not too bad. I wonder if I can release it just like that to free it from its cage. Get that off of there. Perfect. There we go. So let's just kind of see what kind of flex we've got on it here. So, got some travel. Not bad. That's full extension right there. So it looks like, if I had to take a guess, I'd say maybe 3-inch clearance, 4 maybe. I'm not totally sure. But not bad. So anyway, that's the Vetera Ascender. We'll be doing some run videos of it soon. I'm actually pretty sure that I just realized I don't have the proper battery connector to run this, because it looks like it's maybe an EC5 connector. Oops, there we go. Yeah, EC3. I don't have an EC3 connector, which is unfortunate, so it's going to have to wait to run it. But it's a pretty good looking truck, and I'm looking forward to getting to spend some time with it. So there's that, the Ascender, and of course the Everest project, which is going to be soon finished. I actually didn't open up the box that has the the receiver in it. We'll open that up real quick so you can kind of get an idea what it looks like. Not the highest quality receiver money could buy, but for it coming out of the box, it's not too horrible. From what I understand, this is a Spectrum radio. So maybe it's not a Spectrum radio. I thought it was. Maybe it's been upgraded to this or changed to this. I don't know if this is an upgrade or not. Let's open up the plastic casing here. So we've got a lot of trim levels. Yeah, so cheap controller, but like I said, we're going to be putting a FlySky receiver in this to use it with the IT4S so that I can just take my trucks to one place, take my one controller, turn it on, and use it. So that's the updates from High Ground RC for the moment. I don't know. Let's see. Nah, doesn't beat the Suburban. This is going to be a monster truck body. The paint was a disaster on this, and I can't figure out what happened. So it'll be getting some sort of a graveyard paint job, something to just make it look halfway decent until I get an actual body for the Everest. But for now, it'll do. Anyway, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for updates on the Ascender and the first run video of it, which will be coming up soon. Videos of the Everest. Videos of the Slash once it's put back together for the 30th time. And we do have one more new vehicle in the mail, and it will be here in a couple of days. So expect a video then. That vehicle is actually going to be a roller, so there will be a little bit of a build on it and getting it into action. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff to keep updated with us. Post a comment. I like responding to you guys and seeing what you have to say. Constructive criticism and complaints, encouragement alike. I enjoy interacting with it all. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.